let's kick things off and people will roll in as we're kind of going. But again, we want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule on this Saturday to join us and learn a little bit more about what it means to be an Ursinus College Bear. I certainly hope that all of this information, from Diane's greeting to Sam's presentation to everything in between, has been extremely helpful as you guys are going through this application process. To kick things off, my name is Douglas Ulrich. I am your admissions counselor. I'm the one who's sending all those emails and those text messages and the ones that's leaving you all those voicemails or giving you those phone calls. So there's all of my information. I know we just talked about it a little bit ago, but again, if you guys ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, especially during this year, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm more than happy to help out in any way that I can to answer any questions and make this process from high school to college as seamless as possible for you guys. Again, we've been talking about the relationships that we like to build here at Ursinus, and it starts right now, because the more we get to know each other, the easier this process is. So with that being said, as we kind of move on, just want to do a quick reminder about the social media contest. You can find out the information on our Instagram at Ursinus Admit, and you can submit your picture that way or send it in to our email account at admission@ursinus.edu. It's a little bit of fun. We'd like to see, what you guys are doing for Halloween. I know that a lot of Halloween celebrations have had to become altered or virtual, so we want to make sure that you guys are participating in that here at Ursinus. And I promise you that blanket that we are giving away is one of the comfiest blankets that I've ever had in my entire life. So recapping this application process, I know that Sam had talked about it a little bit earlier on in the presentation, but it is rapidly approaching. Our early action deadline is November 1st. And I want to hit home that you guys can submit that application by itself. As long as that application is in, then you have an early action application. You're going to have your decision by the middle of December. So early action is truly just a benefit to the students in that you have a decision in the middle of December instead of waiting all the way until the end of March. And again, all you need is the application, and then you can submit the rest of your material after that. As soon as you submit your application, you'll most likely get a phone call or an email from me saying, hey, we're just missing this, this, and this, but at least your application is in. The required material that we need, one more time, is just your transcript. We're going to look at your unweighted GPA and your courses that you're taking, a letter of recommendation, and a personal essay, and that is it. Now, technically, your letter of recommendation does need to come from a guidance counselor. However, maybe your guidance counselor has a huge course load and you don't have the opportunity to know them as much as you wish you did. You can get that from a teacher. That's perfectly fine. And there's really no limit to how many you can submit. I'm going to read all of them. I'm personally the one who reads your application. So I like to get a little bit more of an outside scoop of who you are. Some of the optional material that you can submit is your SAT or ACT scores. Now, again, we're completely test optional. We don't need that for admissions purposes, and we do not need that for scholarship purposes. If you decide to submit just to provide some framework, the average SAT last year was about a 1230 to a 1240, and the average ACT was about a 27. So again, just to give some framework on that one, but you can also do an interview. We can set one up to be done virtually. We can meet, in your area, and we can do that. We'll buy you a coffee and everything. It's a really, really nice opportunity just to connect. And then also there is a supplemental Why Ursinus College essay. Now, this can be anything from a paragraph to a page. Nothing more, nothing less is really that sweet spot of what we're looking for, but it just lets us know why specifically you're looking at Ursinus. Is it something about the campus? Is it a particular professor? Did you have a family member that came here? It just gives us a little bit more insight, but those are the optional materials. So again, November 1st is the deadline. Get that application in. It literally takes about 5 minutes. If you're very fast, about 10 minutes to 15 minutes on average, but get that application in, and then you can work on submitting your required material of your transcripts, your letter of recommendation, and your personal essay. And then you can sit back and think if you want to submit your test scores, do an interview, or fill out that supplemental Why Ursinus College essay. We certainly don't want you to miss out on the specialty scholarships either. That application deadline is going to be January 1st. As of right now, tentatively planned, the interview days are going to be held on February 6th. We're still determining how that is all going to play out with the state of affairs that we are in. But with getting that application in at November 1st, it gives you that much more time to prepare for your specialty scholarships, because there is a separate application for them in which you'll have the opportunity to kind of see which scholarships do I want to apply for, which ones fit me well. So we want to give you more time to think about that. And again, filling out that application before November 1st gives you much more time. So continuing on, here are some visit opportunities that we do have. we are open, and we highly encourage you guys to come see campus. This brand new virtually built building behind me is brand new. We just opened that up on July 1st, but it's the first thing that you see on campus. And we would love to show you guys what it looks like on the inside, but also just to get that gut feeling, that intuitive feel of what does campus feel like? Is this a place that I can call home, not just for the next 4 years, but for the rest of my life? You know, what's it like to be in Ursinus College Bear? So we do encourage you guys to come visit, being that we are open. You can, again, interview with a senior fellow who, as the name states, is one of our senior students who knows everything there is to know about Ursinus and can really fill you in on the details of Ursinus, but also we really want to get that feel, you know, is Ursinus going to be the best fit? We want to get to know you. We want you to get to know us at the same time, because this is a relationship. So you can interview with a senior fellow or a counselor. We do have virtual information sessions. So think about this, but it's a little bit longer and we go into much more detail about what's going on. We do have virtual access Ursinus, kind of see the different diversity and social justice programs that we're doing here at Ursinus, and really so you can see what resources mostly are here for the students, hence the name Access. What resources are here for you? And that's going to be December 12th. We do have our virtual one-on-one sessions as well. You can let us know about that and we'll set something up via Zoom or Google Meets, whichever works best for you. And then also our virtual academic days. Some of them are already done, but we do encourage you guys to take a look at what virtual academic days are coming up, what opportunities you have to speak with professors. And then, as Sam said earlier, if you guys want to speak to a professor, or if you want to get to know a little bit more about what's going on academically, just let us know and we'll set that up. Our professors are more than happy to speak to you because they're going to be speaking to you each and every day. And again, hitting on this relationship and familial feel here at Ursinus, we want to get to know you guys early and often. So at this point, I want to open this up to questions. I know we have about 5-6 minutes left. I know that there was a lot of information, guys. I know that there was a lot of time in front of the screen on this Saturday, but I do want to make sure that I'm answering any questions that you guys have. So we'll leave this open for a couple minutes. We'll have those questions come in. If there are no questions that come in, that's perfectly fine. You can just be like, hey, thank you, have a great day, whatever. That way we don't have to sit in awkward silence. But if you guys, again, have any questions, let me know. If something pops up after this presentation as well and there's any questions, my information will go all the way back, is right there on the screen. So please do not hesitate to reach out. Again, I know that I will be giving you guys phone calls and emails and text messages and everything. So we're always here to help in any way that we can. So again, we'll leave this open for a little bit. And then if there's no questions, I will assume that we answered everything in perfect detail today. All right, everybody. So I don't see any questions that are coming in. So I'm going to assume again that we answered everything in great detail today, but my information is right there. So if any questions pop up at any time throughout this application process, please do not hesitate to give me a call. Please keep an eye out as well for if I'm going to be in your location. I know that we have a couple other visits that are scheduled at either a Starbucks or a local coffee shop. So keep an eye out for that. Again, it's just a nice opportunity for us to connect. It's really just a conversation and just a coffee talk type of conversation. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. I know it was a long day in front of the computer, but we wanted to make sure that we got you all this information about what it means to be an Ursinus College Bear. So enjoy the rest of your day. Don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. And as always, go Bears.